Hey, welcome to a special bonus episode of Mysterious Goings On. Every now and then I read a book and write a review. And that's because, well, one, I know what it takes to write a book and that it's a real drag when you write a book. People go to all the trouble of reading it, but they can't quite get across the finish line and write a review. And that's why I try my very hardest to write at least 1-line, 2-line reviews on Amazon with some stars for books I read. But every now and then a book I read by somebody who doesn't need my review gets a review, and this book is no exception. And the book I'm talking about is by 60 Minutes correspondent and one of my favorite political journalists, John Dickerson. It's called The Hardest Job in the World, The American Presidency. And I'm just going to share my review, and you can look in the show notes if you'd like to order the book. I think if you're interested in the history of the presidency and where it's going, which is a big question right now, this is a great book for you to do it. I think it's kind of a handbook for people who want to not only understand the presidency, but have some say as a citizen into the direction where it goes. Does it go authoritarian? Does it become something of more of a parliamentary job, that kind of thing. So not going to sit here for an hour and tell you all about the book. I'm going to read my review. And then if you would like to buy the book, please click the link in the show notes. Just so you know, as an Amazon associate, I earn a very small commission on some of the Amazon links I post. And so if you buy the book, please consider buying it from Amazon just by clicking the link. But here's the book review for The Hardest Job in the World. John Dickerson's book is more than an engaging walk through the history of the presidency. It is also a handbook for our republic in reforming this overburdened office. Using the framing from the Eisenhower Matrix with his usual witty turn of phrase and courtly manner evident on every page, Dickerson plumbs the depths of why the American presidency is, almost from day one, too much work for one person. Dickerson, of Slate Political Gabfest, Face the Nation, and 60 Minutes fame, weaves an entertaining tale starting with Washington, that's President Washington's, former General Washington's, noble example of a man who bowed to Congress and would not, especially under the watchful eye of Thomas Jefferson, accept a bow in return from the Congress. He ends with the chaotic Trump, a man with no reverence for the job or respect for norms. The historical underpinnings of his case for reforming the presidency in place, the last part of the book offers thoughts on reforming the presidency to make it more effective and, dare I say, sane. He also gently suggests our supine Congress wake up. Well, we'll see. I'm all in favor of one suggestion: to lard up the constitutionally slighted office of the vice presidency with most of the ceremonial stuff. Let her throw out the first pitches. Let her attend the funerals of foreign dignitaries. I guess she can't pardon the turkeys. She's not president, but still. The president should announce that he is there to get stuff done, and the silly fluff is just too much of a distraction. Throughout the book, I couldn't help thinking that President Biden was actually acting like that very imaginary president. To the chagrin of his critics and the news media, Biden is sticking to the important stuff, interestingly, and of course, this is early days yet, but he may be the most effective president of the last 50 years or so. Dickerson scores extra points with me for spotlighting the dangers of whataboutism and the shallow excess of a click-happy news media raised on fast and hammy, more interested in polls, the horse race, and the social media mired and fired outrage du jour. Dickerson cops to being part of the problem himself a few times in his career, though I've honestly rarely seen much of this kind of thing from him. The book ends on a positive note, in my opinion, and gives me hope that we may just get this nation back on track if we work on reforming the presidency. Frankly, I'd not only doff my cap, but I would actually bow to a president who lets go of some of the powers and trappings of office. How many stars out of 5? I'll give it 5, and I hope you'll click the show notes link and buy the book. It's a great book. Tell John Dickerson that you heard it here on Mysterious Goings On, and we'll be back one of these days with another book review. And if you have suggestions for books for me to read or guests, you know where to find me. Go to mgopod.com and you'll find ways to contact me there. All right, then. Until next time, keep reading.
You know, I love podcasting. I have since 2006, back when you had to use like a Dixie cup with string to make the thing work. And that's why I'm so excited that we recently moved Mysterious Goings On to Anchor FM to record our podcast. I gotta tell you, I don't regret it a bit. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. First of all, it's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. And you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. Not going to lie to you, when I first heard about Anchor, I was a little dubious because I've been doing it the hard way for so long. But I got to tell you, it's very easy. Use a Stripe account. Get sponsors. You're not paying monthly hosting fees. The sound quality is great. The distribution is phenomenal. Friends, download the free Anchor app today if you want to start your own podcast, or go to anchor.fm to get started. Remember, you heard it here first on Mysterious Goings On.
Hi, I am Connor Braden, host of the Story of a Storyteller podcast, author of The Longest Night and General Egypt, and you are listening to Mysterious Goings On.
Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, huh? Not quite, Mysterious Goings On listeners. You probably haven't got the brand new Mysterious Goings On official t-shirt. This is a quality cotton t-shirt coming in a premium unisex tee version and a women's slim fit tee version in all the sizes you could possibly need. These are great quality shirts coming in a variety of colors, including dark heather gray, black, charcoal, maroon. And on the women's t-shirt, we come in dark heather gray, black, charcoal, indigo, and midnight navy. There you go. Check them out. They are in the show notes. The link is right there. They're being sold on Bonfire. They're typically sold in batches, and they'll come at you pretty quickly. All the instructions are on the website. The link is in the show notes here or at mgopod.com. Again, show the world, well, at least show the world on Zoom, or show the world when we can finally really get out and about. Show the world that you have some mysterious goings-ons of your own by wearing our t-shirt, and help support this show. Thank you so much.